Some people sorry to keep y'all waiting. Not a chance. Not a chance.
Kacy, your defensive tackles have got a lot of sack production this year. Usually comes from the outside linebackers, but what's working so well to have everybody from Kalijah and Vita to a newcomer like C.J. Brewer get into the mix?
Right. Well, the good thing is they got a lot of plays and we got a lot of reps. Unfortunately, they got a lot of reps because we had guys banged up. Kalijah missed 5-6 games, so that increased Logan's rep. CJ reps. Vita missed a game. Greg had been sick, so through injuries it created more playing opportunities for those guys and a lot more practice reps because otherwise those guys would get the majority of the reps when they're in.
Coach Bowles said he thought that was the best game Vita's played since he's been here. What have you seen for him, obviously, but then also the sort of the chemistry that's starting to develop between him and Kalijah, the way they feed off each other?
Well, with Vita, and I would probably have to agree with Coach. He has good games in the past, but that one, when you look, especially statistically, the way it played out for him. But between him and Kalijah, I think it goes back to the day Kalijah walked in as a rookie. First of all, first-round pick, but a very humble kid and was just easy to learn. So he naturally gravitated to Vita, and as Vita gets older and accepts more leadership responsibility, it just kind of became a natural fit. And then they kind of two totally different players where Vita is big and powerful. So guys undersized and quick and explosive. So you're the run stopper, you're the pass rusher. So it kind of works for them. They kind of understand that.
Versus my question, why hasn't the outside linebacker position produced more hits on the quarterback, sacks, sack fumbles, etc.?
Well, sometimes when we look at it, it's kind of a lot of things that are happening in the game. We've been getting a bunch of chip blocks, so that slows down the edge rushes a little inside. Then some of them, you just right there. It's still rushing comes down to rushing coverage working together. You can have a great rush, then we give up something, or we can have great coverage and get stuck on the line of scrimmage. So it's a combination of both, but it's not for a lack of effort. And, I think I've said here, for sometimes sacks come in bunches, just keep going, then all of a sudden it'll pop loose.
I mean, sacks might be what this defense does best in terms of something that you're top 10 in the league in.
Right.
25 sacks, but I think only 5.5 from outside linebackers. Do you care where they come from as long as you're getting them?
In the past, we don't. If I'm not mistaken, Winfield was one of our leading sackers last year. The nature of our defense is we just want to attack you from all different deals. We're not one sitting here, well, we need 10 from this guy, 10 from that. Has kind of never been our game. It's all been we'll look at the end number because the style of defense we played, inside linebackers, they blitz quite a bit. Vontae's going to always end up around 4 or 5. Winfield gets his 5 or 6. Then you get Vita, then Kalijah, then outside. But it's just we just want to see what that number looks like at the end because of the way we play. We ask the defensive tackles to drop out while we blitz the DB. So everybody gets involved.
What do you say to a guy like Josh Hayes who gets that first real extended bite of the apple,
Right.
and things speed up on him a little bit,
Right.
and maybe miss a coverage here or a tackle there? Now he comes back, the next week, and you're hoping that it settles in. But is that just the natural? I've seen it happen with corners throughout this league forever.
No, it's just any young player, the first time, and this is hard, first time the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football, that's not really throwing you into the fire, the deep end of the fire. So, no, it's just keep playing, trust your technique, work. You're here for a reason, and just kind of keep playing. And, the good thing about this, we're getting close to the halfway mark, and you can see kind of where we were, what we need to improve on. It's kind of crystal clear, and the vision for who we are is kind of showing. This is kind of what we are. We got to get good at this. This is what we can do. This is where we are.
You saw some other linebackers sub in there. Vi Jones got a couple plays. What did you see from him, and also J.J. Russell?
Well, the thing is, Vod's been stepping up. He's one of our really more athletic linebackers on the inside, and, losing Voss early on, we needed to kind of fill that role, and he's kind of been coming on there. J.J. stepped up for us. I think last year started the Carolina game for us, so he had playing time, and we just, right now, we're all hands on deck. It's not like you playing 80 snaps by yourself. We got a bunch of guys that we kind of need to work into the mix.
Is Christian McCaffrey a different cat, or is he just Shanahan's going to do what he does with his running backs no matter who's back there?
No, he's a different cat. Just because the way they're talented team, but they're so interchangeable. You can have Debo at back and McCaffrey out at wide out, then switch those two, then put him in motion. It's a headache having him back. It's another explosive player that can be anywhere. So call-wise, you want to try to stay out of a bad matchup. So it puts a lot of pressure on the play caller game planning because, just because he's in the huddle don't mean he's going to line up at the dot back. So it's just you having to deal with their formations, the way they utilize personnel, their motions, their shifts. That you could end up in a bad matchup. That's what he brings to their table. He's a quality player, and then the way they utilize him, it just makes him more dangerous.
Speaking of headaches, you guys have faced in consecutive weeks Mark Andrews, and you had Kyle Pitts, Travis Kelce, and you had George Kittle.
Yeah.
Talk about that run.
No, it just makes for some sleepless nights. There you go. It really is. It's just a tough league. It comes with the territory. You win the division, you play all the top dogs, and these tight ends we've been seeing are truly elite. And that's the same thing. They guys, just because you got two tight ends in the person, it don't look like your typical 12 personnel because we've been playing with teams with the tight end out at one, and all the three receivers over there, they want the isolation back there. So it's just the problem of these leagues when you got these tight ends that can do all these jobs and find a way to get open. Then you got some kind of physical matchups. Who you going to put on him? Linebacker might not can keep up with him, and a DB might get outmanned. So how you want to match it up? Then you want to top a tight end, then leave a wide. It's just a lot of problems they pose.
It makes him special.
I think people don't give him enough credit for how tough he is. He does an excellent game in the pass game, but I'm saying the stuff you don't really write about, what he's doing in the running game when he jets across and blows up this outside linebacker or gets up on the second level, he kind of makes their running game go. Then he slips out on the bootleg game, and it's hard because now you're getting downhill. Now, by the way, you need to cover him on this boot back here. It's problematic.
When you look at Brock Purdy, he's had two of his most efficient games in his career against Bucs defense.
Right.
What makes Purdy so dangerous and allows him to be efficient?
Well, the thing is, we're looking at him. One, he really execute their system from top to bottom. He's in total control of it. That's the thing we got when we saw him as a rookie on down. He has total grasp with the offense. And now this guy, the difference now is you see him involved. He is looking to make the play. Before in the past, he was taking the plays that was there. Now he's looking to make the big plays because he's growing in the system, more comfortable, and it's just he got weapons around him. He got a good offensive line, a running game. He has everything, and now he's trying to make the more big plays.
All right, thanks.
Okay.